While the internet is dominated by headlines of political drama and social unrest, something truly fascinating, almost bizarre, is exploding online and offline across the US and sweeping through Asia. These little ugly, cute monsters, they're not just popular, they're everywhere, sparkling insane queues, and resale prices are just through the roof. It's the 2025 craze. Labubu. Honestly, only one right now. Forget a Birkin bag. This is the new ultimate social proof. But have you ever wondered what's really driving this Labubu mania? What if it's not just a fleeting trend, but is linked to something much deeper? Spoiler alert, it is. And a huge part of what's driving is cortisol. Yep, that Asian hormone when things get crazy is basically convinced your body you are about to die if you don't get one of these little cute guys. Today, we are connecting the dots. Widespread economic anxiety, this global obsession with cute collectibles, and you. Listen, right now as you are watching this, cortisol might be flooding your system, and its impact, it goes way beyond making you want to buy that Labubu. Cortisol systematically messes with every part of our body. It's often why you find yourself stress eating late at night, why you might snap at a waiter over nothing, why you impulsively fire off that harsh comment online, or even why you keep finding yourself in one messy situationship after another. By the way, I'm May, a traditional Chinese medicine herbalist and a pastry chef. I've been in the wellness industry for more than 10 years and helped hundreds find their balance both physically and mentally through natural solutions. I'm about to break down exactly how this Asian hormone is running the show in our modern life, revealing the biology behind it. But don't worry, this isn't all bad news. I will give you real science-backed solutions later in this video, because truly understanding cortisol is absolutely the first step to managing it.
Labubu.
It's not something new. If you look back through history, there's a clear pattern. Whenever the economy gets shaky and everyone's worried about money, sales of things that make us feel good, the comfort stuff, skyrocket. I mean, just look around right now. Inflation's been a beast. People are jumpy about jobs, and the global trade tension creates uncertainty. All this constant unease, that feeling eats away at our sense of security. Trust in the economy dips, especially the middle class are really feeling that pressure. So what do? We adapt, seeking what I call controllable emotional returns. Buying a house is just impossible for many anyways. A quirky little monster toy can become a source of comfort, something small, constant, and ours in the chaos. It's like comfort food, but in toy form. We aren't buying these because they are cool. We are buying them because they make us feel okay. And that's where cortisol kicks in. It fires up when your brain senses threats or lack of control, triggering that fight or flight response. So when the world feels shaky and you grab that toy, it's not some calm, logical choice. It's your Asian survival brain basically screaming, "Alert, things are stressful, find something, anything to make us feel bit tiny safer." This isn't just a random shopping spree. It's your biology heart at work, trying to help you cope. Now, let's get to the heart of this, cortisol. Or, as I like to call it in this situation, our economic stress hormone. How exactly does economic uncertainty pull cortisol's trigger, leading to chronic release? It's a domino effect. Concerns about tariffs can translate into fears about job security. That financial strain can then bleed into relationship stress, and before you know it, your brain has shifted into full-blown survival mode. It doesn't distinguish between an email about potential layoffs and an actual predator. Your brain thinks recession equals saber-toothed tiger, or lion, or shark. Let's go with tiger. So when cortisol stays high for way too long, it really starts messing with pretty much everything in your body. Let's do a quick rundown of the systems it hits the hardest. First, your immune system. While cortisol's normal job includes controlling inflammation, chronic stress, flip that script, weakening your immune defenses and making you more likely to get sick. Next, weight and metabolism. This is a big one. Chronic cortisol can mess with your insulin, slow your metabolism, and is a key player in that stubborn stress belly fat. Yep, stress belly is a real thing, and cortisol is often the reason why. Your heart and gut also feel the strain. Think increased blood pressure and artery issues over time, plus digestive trouble like acid reflux or bloating, no matter how clean your diet is. It can also throw your sex hormone out of balance, hitting everything from your energy and libido to your skin and fertility. Darling, those are just appetizers. What chronic cortisol can feel like a real horror show is your brain. It can cause actual physical change. It can harm your brain's memory hub, the hippocampus, making it tougher to learn, remember, and stay focused. It hits your prefrontal cortex, the part for rational thought, leading to more emotional reactions, poor impulse control, say hi to stress shopping, and a tough time concentrating. It can mute your brain's dopamine system, so life just feels meh, and you lose motivation. And finally, it makes your brain's fear center, the amygdala, extra sensitive, leaving you anxious all the time, like your internal panic button is stuck on. And the worst part, this creates a vicious cycle where all these effects can lead to even more cortisol, so you get stuck in this miserable, draining cycle. Now, when all this stress is raging, our emotions get hijacked, often pushing us down to 3 escape routes. The fight urge. When you are stressed, your body might push you to fight, not with fists, but maybe by snapping online, yelling at waiter, or impulse buying for a fleeting sense of control. That's often cortisol pushing you towards some sort of confrontation, even if the threat isn't a tiger, but an overdue bill. Next, the craving for comfort and connection. Stress can also make you feel disconnected, lonely, even when surrounded by people, making you seek simple, non-judgmental comfort when you feel lonely. Last, the need for order and calm. In chaos, our brain craves rhythm. This will push you towards routines or collecting to feel less chaotic. Now, think about that Labubu craze. It's like these little monsters perfectly tap into all those emotional needs at once. Getting one can feel like a small act of control. It's an affordable indulgence. They are cute, especially with baby schema features. Big eyes, round face, triggers our caregiving instinct and release oxytocin, that love hormone, making us feel warm, safe, and connected. Holding something soft also activates our chill out mode, making them instant calm down buttons. And collecting them, that fits our need for rhythm and order. So when cortisol is high and bills are higher, your brain runs away from complicated stuff. It wants soft, safe, simple, and boom, Labubu checks all those boxes. Here's a twist. Often it's not just cute, but ugly cute that's most effective. Why? Things that are too perfect can feel distant, intimidating. Think about it. It's rarely the super polished runway model types who feel the most easy to be around. More often, it's the quirky, imperfect characters that seem more real, relatable, and give off a warm, friendly vibe. Ugly cute hits that sweet spot. It's not threatening and screams, "Approach me, I'm harmless." So when you find yourself in your 30s or any age really, reaching for that adorable little thing, just know your body isn't being silly. It's genuinely trying to cope, to find a moment of safety and survive the stress it's under. So what makes us so vulnerable to this Labubu economy, this loop of anxiety driving comfort buys? First, social media. It basically turns up the volume on our money worries and our fear of missing out. Seeing everyone's curated perfect lives makes us feel like we are falling behind and never good enough. So an easy way to cope? Shopping. It's a quick dopamine hit, a fleeting sense of control. But it's often a nasty loop. The relief is temporary because the root problems remain. So anxiety creeps back, making you want to buy more. Now, to really understanding how to break this loop, let's see what cortisol is supposed to do, its original job. Imagine you're a zebra on the savannah, munching on some grass, life is good. Then, bam, a tiger leaps out. In that split second, your zebra brain has only one thought: survive! Your body kicks into crisis mode thanks to cortisol. Here's what it does. Your senses are cranked to max. Blood pressure and sugar spike for instant energy. Cortisol ruthlessly pauses your immune system, digestion, reproduction. Those are future you problems, because if you don't survive this minute, there is no future you. So for short-term crisis, cortisol is a brilliant life-saving hormone. Here's the kicker. Our world has changed, but our brains are still running on old software, often thinking we are on that savannah surrounded by beasts. But in reality, our tigers look a lot like our bosses, exams, never-ending KPIs, or that mortgage payment. Sure, our boss won't eat us, well, most of the time, and that bill is still 20 days away. Our modern lives are just full of these worries that aren't going to kill us today, but they sure don't go away quickly. So our pot brains are like, is it safe yet? No, still dangerous. And they keep the cortisol alarm blaring for a day, a week, a month, until feeling anxious just becomes the new normal. Evolution just really didn't prep us for this kind of non-stop simmering stress. A zebra's cortisol might spike for half a day tops. You'll either escape the tiger, you're safe, and the crisis is over, or you become the tiger's lunch, and the crisis is also over for you. And that, darling, is the whole idea behind that awesome and highly recommended book by neuroscientist Robert Sapolsky called Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers. Okay, we're stressed, cortisol is high, and we're buying Labubu. What can we do? Beyond temporary fixes, we need to tackle the root causes. The great news is there are powerful research-backed ways to do this. Remember those emotional escape routes we talked about earlier? How stress can hijack systems linked to testosterone, oxytocin, and serotonin. Instead of cortisol calling the shots, we are intelligent creatures can proactively engage the systems for resilience. Let's look at 4 key approaches. This is about regaining agency to counter that helpless, fight-free feeling. Proactively get a handle on your budget. Learn a new skill. These actions reduce stress triggers. Reactively, if stress builds up, channel that energy constructively rather than argue with people online or offline. Try physical activities. Lift weights, run, dance, or passionate sex, or even just shouting into a pillow. These activities help your body process and release that build-up cortisol and adrenaline healthily without burning bridges. Stress can make us withdraw, but we need genuine connection to lower stress. This is our direct line to boosting oxytocin. So, hold your pet, hug a friend, volunteer, send that thinking of your text. This reminds your brain, I'm not alone, I'm safe. Chronic stress drains well-being and can throw mood regulators like serotonin off. The calm pathway helps. Create comforting, predictable routines. Try mindfulness or meditation and prioritize good sleep. It's non-negotiable. This actively calms your stress response. Our 4th key approach is the reset pathway, and this one is a real game changer, addressing the fundamental biological regulation for long-term stress resilience. You've probably seen those articles, top 5 foods for stress relief. While a handful of blueberries is fantastic, eating a bunch of them when you are stressed are probably not going to fix anything. What truly makes the difference is consistency. This reset pathway is all about consciously, consistently nourishing your body, especially that amazing gut-brain axis. So much of your mood, including the production of vital neurotransmitters, is regulated in your gut. A mindful morning tea isn't just hydration, it's a powerful "you are safe" signal to your nervous system. For me, this was crucial. I used to juggling 2 super high-pressure jobs, being a professional chef and building a content creator life. It took a massive hit on my health. Stress belly, brain fog, anxiety. I was even pre-diabetic. It was the small changes that saved me. My foundation became a specific morning ritual. Like many of you, I need something in the morning to help me stay alert and waking up digestion. But too much coffee gave me jitters. Probiotics could be expensive, and there are so many of them. Honestly, nothing on the market offered calm focus, gut support, and stress regulation in one go. So I turned back to my traditional Chinese heritage, consulted with numerous practitioners, and visited farms across the country. Through that deep dive, I developed Superba Matcha. It's a probiotic matcha crafted to support the gut-brain connection and help balance cortisol naturally. That daily ritual, zipping something designed to help my body manage stress, was a game changer. It became my cornerstone for building other healthy habits that helped me heal. And the great news is, the power of small, consistent, kind-to-yourself ritual is available to all of us. So we have the tools to deal with stress, but there's a mindset that makes them truly effective. It's about building your inner GPS to navigate life's invisible tigers. Let's get back to the savannah, shall we? You're still a zebra, chilling, don't have ulcers, oblivious to a nearby tiger. You're calm, but you're also an easy lunch. Let's give you an upgrade. A basic detector flashes danger when a tiger is nearby, but it doesn't tell you where the tiger is. Left, right, behind, you have no clue. So instant panic. That's our anxiety. Vague threat, no clear plan. Okay, final upgrade. A full GPS. You can see the tiger's exact location and a safe escape route. What happens to your fear? It drops. You're not helpless. You might even feel like on a safari. The point is, the tiger didn't change. Your information did. More clarity brings more perceived control, which means less cortisol. Now, that first flash of awareness might briefly spike anxiety, but as you get the full picture, fear turns into focus. Think the Dunning-Kruger effect. The carefree zebra is on Mount Stupid. The panicked one is in the Valley of Despair. By seeking understanding, you climb towards informed calm. So what does that look like? Those daily rituals we discussed, a mindful tea, a regular walk, they are all clear signals to your body's stress center, telling it we are safe. This is how you build sustainable calm from within. Okay, let's be real. Life's uncertainties aren't going to magically disappear. For many of us, it's just part of the daily system. And if you watched all this and thinking, yeah, this all makes sense, but I still feel completely stuck and just want to numb out on my phone, feeling like locked in that terrifying anxiety loop. Please know, you're not alone. I deeply get it. I've been there. We've covered ways to manage stress, finding control, connection, calm, and resetting our bodies. But how do you start when any action at all feels impossible? There's a brilliant yet simple therapy tool called specification. It's a game changer for getting unstuck. Here is how it works. That terrifying job hunt monster for today, it's just send one email. That impossible dream of starting a business, right now it's just brainstorm 2 ideas. Even the monumental idea of restarting my life, it could start with taking a shower. Meaningful change always begins with one tiny doable action. Shapeless fear owns you, but break it down into small, clear parts. It shrinks. Our brain can't act in fog, but it can take one small action. Send a text, take a breath, light a candle, sip some matcha. One clear action at a time, and the fog begins to lift. So, to wrap it up, specification helps you courageously change what you can by making it small and clear. Mindfulness brings calm to accept what you can't change right now. And learning, continuously seeking understanding like what you're doing right now by watching this video gives you the wisdom to tell the difference between the two. And that my darling, is how you begin to stay out that draining loop and start building the inner GPS and truly escape those invisible tigers. If this video helped you in any way or just made you think about things a little bit differently, I'll be so grateful if you hit that subscribe button and maybe share it. It might help someone else who's feeling stuck. If after all this, you are still feeling really anxious, that's 100% okay. Maybe just for this moment, don't fight it. Often the worst part isn't the anxiety itself, but us being anxious about being anxious, beating ourselves up for having a natural human emotion. So try this. Name it. This is anxiety. Feel it without judgment for a moment. Then gently remind yourself, I'm not broken. I'm having a natural response, doing my best to survive. Because at its core, cortisol isn't evil. It's an ancient survival tool. It's built into our genes, one of evolution's incredible masterpieces. So if all you do today is pause and not spiral, that's a huge win. Alright, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for being here and watching all the way through. Take really good care of yourselves, and I will see you on the next one.
The answer to modern stress is often ancient. We took 6,000 years of tea wisdom and reinvented the ritual, targeting stress where it begins, in your gut. 20 billion heat-stable probiotics, 3 adaptogenic mushrooms, 1 ceremonial matcha, science-backed calm for the modern mind. This is your daily cortisol reset. Hey stress, meet your matcha.